What is up, everyone? Ryan Ray here, Outpost 23, Zack Snyder's Justice League. Going to talk about that. We do spoilers, so go ahead and hit the like and subscribe and exit if you don't want to hear spoilers. But if you're cool with spoilers, we're going to get into it. And I say spoilers, this is not going to be an in-depth review, but I'm not going to avoid certain things that might be relevant. Okay, so, when the Justice League, the Jostin League, as people will call it, or however they say it, came out in 2017, whatever it was, I thought it was okay. I thought it was pretty simple, that there's a bad guy, Steppenwolf, and there's some good guys, and we're trying to go get him and stop him. That's the basic plot. Is it nuanced? Is it detailed? No, I haven't watched it since. I really don't remember much about it other than Superman comes back, all that kind of stuff. So it was okay. It was fine. It wasn't the best thing. It wasn't the worst thing. I think most like superhero movies at this point have kind of lost their what do you call it? I don't know, the it factor. So they've kind of they took them to a new level, but I think the storytelling has kind of faded off, if that makes sense. So when you look at the Justice League, it wasn't like this was out of line with what's going on. And I think some of the later Marvel stuff is not very. The storylines aren't nearly as good as they are in the early Marvel stuff. So, and that maybe that's Josh Whedon. I don't know, but okay, maybe there's a connection. So in this one, we have a 4-hour film that gives you a lot of story, a lot of character build out, a lot of stuff. And to be honest with you, I don't need it. Like I didn't walk away going, oh wow, I really needed this. It did cyborg stuff. I thought was interesting. It was great to learn about, but I don't think it didn't really change the movie. The Flash, it's learned more about him. Okay, great. Didn't really change the movie. At the end of the day, there was a bad guy, Darkseid. There were the good guys, and the good guys went to defeat the bad guys. Now, if they would have broken it into some series, I think Snyder has said that it was going to be some series potentially at one point. That would have been a little bit better, because then you could have had episodes that were kind of focused. Now, I don't think it was ever going to be, to clarify, I don't think it was ever going to be TV, like a 6-point miniseries. I think that would have actually been the best way to do this. Part 1, Part 2, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then you could have focused in a little bit more tighter on the characters, and then the character development might have made a little bit more sense. Through the arc of the 4-hour movie, it was okay. It was good. It was interesting. I'm not a comic book DC fan, so I don't know the backstories. So I'm learning the backstories. I don't know if these are canon or not canon, if it's Snyder's vision, if it's what DC really is. I have no idea. All I know is what I see on the screen, and it was good. It was interesting to learn more about Cyborg. I don't really remember much about Cyborg in the first one, and that might be because he wasn't that pivotal. I really don't remember. He was a fine character. They're all fine characters. I don't really think. What I appreciated about the first one was that it was clear through the whole movie that the Justice League could not defeat Steppenwolf without Superman, and they kept that faithful to the end. And I really appreciate that all of a sudden the Justice League couldn't pull together and figure it out. I don't like it when all of a sudden the good guy miraculously figures out a way to win. No. Steppenwolf was better than the Justice League in the first one, and he's better in the second one, and they need Superman to finish him off. That's consistent, and that's the point of both films. That's really the point. That, getting the lead together. I mean, Batman's going around picking up these superheroes, but they're not enough. They're not enough for Steppenwolf, which means they wouldn't be enough for Darkseid. Okay, so you need Superman. That's the point. So, from that standpoint, in both films, you have this arc where you have Batman going and getting people. He's accruing these superheroes, and they're not enough. They're just not enough. That's the same point in the first one and the second one. Do you understand the characters better in the second one? Sure. Do you get more of a backstory? Sure. Do they have more of a feel? Do they kind of bring together? Is it more of a team? Yes, all those things are true. But the story's basically the same, which is, at the end of the day, Steppenwolf, now Darkseid, is the bad guy. Steppenwolf's still the primary bad guy that we deal with. And they need Superman to save them. Now, that's the main part of the movie. The last 30 minutes or so, you kind of have this epilogue where you get into the Joker's there, and Darkseid's there, and not Darkseid, the other guy, I can't remember his name. Anyways, they're all there, and you see this kind of post-apocalyptic world. And then you're starting to wonder, okay, well, what's going on here? Because Superman appears to be a bad guy. They've kind of dropped some hints about Lois Lane. that's comic book stuff. I don't know what they're going where they're going to there. So I don't. To me, it's like okay, interesting, possibly. But now we see that they're going to have to turn. Oh, by the way, Superman. It feels like back to their side. If I understand what's going on, to win, which is we already knew that. So, would it be interesting to see that? Possibly. Anyways, so it's okay. It's just like this 2017 version. Is it a better version of 2017? Yes, in some respects. In the respects that you get to learn more about the characters. Did I need it? I don't know. I had to go back and watch it 2017 or whatever the previous one came out. I had to go back and watch it, and I don't have an interest to watch it. It was okay. It was good. It was fine. It's not something I'm going to watch on repeat. It is darker, shot darker. It feels darker. But so anyways, I think it's fine. I don't know if I probably will never watch it again. It's a 4-hour slog. I might. I'm not gonna say never, but I might watch it again. But I don't know. What do you think? I think I will say this. I expected prior to the release it to be a disappointment. I expected for me to be disappointed, and for a lot of the fans that really wanted this cut, that was kind of to me neither here nor there. But the fans that wanted to be disappointed, that has not been the case. I was definitely wrong about that. But I don't know what I haven't really tapped into the praise of this movie. It is better. Again, it's better than the 2017 version in some respects. It's really long though, and do I need that? Did I need it to be? Is it long enough? Here we go. Is it long? Is the length worth the additional? However good it was. So think like this. If if you like something and you enjoy something, you might enjoy it for 10 minutes. Do you enjoy it for 2 hours? Right. So I like the Justice League for 2 hours. The 4 hour was good, but I didn't really need those extra full 2 hours. Could 30 minutes have sufficed? Could an hour? I don't know, but it feels like it was too much. And so, okay, too much. Nothing in the world. Not a bad movie. It's a good movie. It's just like the first one, I think. It's a good movie. So, okay. It's a 6, 7 on the scale. Not a masterpiece. Not the greatest thing I've ever seen. Not the worst thing I've ever seen. It's fine. It is a little long. It's not long. Let me put it like this, and I'll wrap up here. It's not long like you feel like you're bored to tears long. It's long because it's 4 hours of your life. So it's not where you're sitting there like, oh man. Towards the end, it does start to get that way. I watched it over 2 nights. I watched 2 hours and 2 hours. Towards the end, you're kind of like, okay. And so, anyways, I don't know. Let me know what you think. I think it's fine. Go watch it if you like Justice League. If you got a couple hours to spare, you can break it up over 2 nights like I did. Go watch it. Maybe watch it in the parts. 6. I might do that. That might be what I go back and do, is watch it by the parts to see if that enhances or detracts from the viewing experience. Anyways, comment. Let me know. Do you like it? In the comments below. Be back next time. Thank you so much.